Good afternoon and welcome to our Thursday Live. I am Nadine Vosloo, better known as Mama Tjhoko, and my life's mission is to give inspiration and to share ideas. Nothing that I say is cast in stone, but I'm here to give inspiration. So sit back, relax and enjoy. And doesn't matter where you are watching from, please enjoy the session with us. What we are going to do today is we are going to have fun, we are going to unleash that creativity, and we are going to create art. What I have in front of me is a canvas that I have already painted with Tjhoko Paint's Cloud White. So the color I've used is Cloud White. I allowed for this to dry properly, and now what I'm going to do on top of this canvas is I am going to apply our decoupage paper range. It's more like a fabric, and this is the design that I will use. So it looks like a newspaper, it looks vintage, and it's filled with stories. Next, what I have done is I have cut a piece of the decoupage paper to more or less the size of my canvas. So there you can see it's more or less the size, and what I'll be doing next is I'll be using our clear glaze as the adhesive. So I have not diluted the glaze as the instructions on the lid tells you to do, because I actually want to use this as a glue. What I'm going to do is I am going to paint with my glaze onto my canvas. Now here I'm painting undiluted glaze onto my canvas. Remember, this can be a furniture piece, it can be a wall, it can be a decorative item. See this as inspiration and let those creative ideas flow. Once I have painted my clear glaze and the glaze is still wet, I apply my decoupage paper onto my wet glazed surface. And I use my hands to smooth it out and to press out any air bubbles that might be trapped underneath. Next, I apply some glaze on top as well. So this will actually seep through my fabric and add as extra adhesion to my surface. You can see it is overlapping a bit, just to make sure that I didn't cut it too small, because then we will have wastage and have to recut. Thank you for the patience, for allowing me time to finish our YouTube series of how-to videos with Tjhoko Paint. We are in the process of editing those, so one of these days you will have short how-tos on almost anything and everything when it comes to Tjhoko products. Okay, once this has been done, so I have applied a nice coat evenly everywhere on top of my fabric as well. I'm going to put this aside to dry. So here I have a canvas that has already dried, and what I'll be doing next is I'll use a 100 grit piece of sandpaper and just gently sand, not to damage my canvas, to remove the excess. So at a 45-degree angle, I'm sanding, and this is how you remove any excess paper on your surface. If you want to do this on a chest of drawers, absolutely beautiful, and immediately you have some beautiful art on your surface without having to be artistic. And believe me, even if you are not artistic, this tutorial can be used for you as well. Okay, so I'm just going to just get rid of that last bit. Okay, now that this is done, I am going to be playful on my surface. I will, and you will see on the other canvases that I've prepared, I've painted the edge with Hello Hetty. So Hello Hetty, if I can show the color here, Hello Hetty, by the way, Hetty is a very special Tjhoko client, and also my grandmother was Hetty. So I will paint the edges of my canvas with Hello Hetty, and that will just blend this specific design perfectly. Now remember, designs, pattern, color, all of those are personal choices, personal preferences. And with Tjhoko, we have unlimited options of color, stencil designs, decoupage paper. So the options are endless. Use what make you happy. And if there are more ideas that you need, please go follow our YouTube channel, where we share freely so much inspiration. There are so many positive aspects of being creative. And once you start doing it, you will just notice the difference it will make with you and with you as a person. To have the ability to create is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to do that, but I will now finish all 4 edges. And next, I'm going to, we have load shedding, people. And there are so many fantastic things about load shedding. One of them that I just truly love is the fact that I have excuses not to be able to cook. Kaylee told the headmaster when she joined high school, and he asked her, can your mom make nice food? And she said, you know what? My mom can only cut cucumbers. I have now a reason to be able to only cut cucumbers because I don't have electricity. Okay, so what I do is I just, in my plate, where I would cut cucumbers, will just decant a small amount of Hello Hetty. And this time, usually we say with a foam roller, when you paint furniture, even distribution on the roller. In this instance, it's actually very random and uneven. But this is part of the fun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create art as my background, on this as my background. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, and Kaylee will zoom in here, I'm just going to create some effect on my decoupage paper to be able to create the art and just hide some of the designs, but very, very unnoticeable. Next, I'm going to use a different plate. Take a palette knife, scoop out some stencil of Paris, and this is actually something I want to do on the bigger canvas as well. And what I mix to my stencil of Paris, so stencil of Paris gives texture, and I'm adding a subtle Tjhoko color to it called Lorraine's Cream. And Lorraine's Cream is just a beautiful complementary color to what we are busy doing. So it's a light neutral, it's subtle, it will just complement everything that we're doing. I take a brayer. So this is what we use to transfer images. And what I do is I roll my brayer through my paste. And as you can see, it's not perfect, it's not everywhere, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to create some texture on my surface. And what I do is I roll some there, I roll some there, I roll some there, I will roll some there. And now I have a paint color, I have texture, and I have more light on my surface. And if you want to roll it out more, you can. And this creates a beautiful base. This even can be a piece of art that you hang in a space, or even on a furniture piece. Or imagine this, because the decoupage paper can be, you can actually join it. You will see on the bigger canvas that I've done. So this can also be a stunning technique on a focal wall. Okay, next. This now needs to dry. And what I have here, let me just create some space because I have a bigger canvas that I have prepared already. Just wash immediately after use with water so it doesn't set hard on your brayer. I'll do it afterwards. So what I have here is just a bigger canvas. I'm going to turn it around so that whatever I do next will make sense. And now we are going to be playful on this and create art. So I had the privilege of receiving my first art lesson from Gerrit Pateau, and it was the most memorable experience. But Gerrit, I think I will fail, you will fail me if you see what I'm busy with today, because I'm breaking all the rules. But I also think being creative and creating things, we can set aside rules. There shouldn't be any. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a flower, like a tulip. I'm drawing an oval with chalk here. And the reason for chalk on this is if I make mistakes before I start painting, I can simply take a damp cloth and wipe it and draw again. So first step to create a tulip, and this is, please, this is Mama Nadine's tips and tricks. So there's a oval. Then I'm going to create like a petal over here and a petal over here. This might be something here in the center, and something that I don't want to have at the top is I just want to make this a little bit smaller. So here's my tulip. So it started with an oval. There the oval is still visible, and I've created a petal, I've wiped away the top section, shortened it, and there is the inside of my flower, and then there's I should have actually studied the parts of a flower before this tutorial. Okay, so there's something happening here, and here's the stem all the way down, and here's a leaf, and let's do a leaf down here. Down there, let's do a leaf there and create something here. Okay, maybe something over here just for balance. A leaf going down like this. So there's a leaf underneath that. Okay, now let's fill it in. What I'm using next is a very thin artist brush. I almost want to create the look of a single line drawing, but I'm going to do it with matte black. And what I do is I paint on top of my chalk, and it doesn't need to be perfect. And when you have time, you will do this precisely and neatly. Here is something happening here. And there's something happening here. Okay, I wish now I could hear voices so that at least it wouldn't be this quiet. Okay, and then we are going to do this. I think this process makes sense. So now you just paint over your chalk lines. Poor Kaylee, she just needs to follow the brush. Sorry, Kaylee. Are you fine there? She so badly tries to zoom in so that everything is nicely visible. Kaylee is my COVID YouTube partner. So everything started during COVID because I realized that to help myself, I need to stay creative. Okay. Then, here's the leaf. And afterwards, you can just wipe away the chalk drawings. And there's a leaf over here. And there's that leaf. I'm actually just going to stop here, and then we can add something more if we feel afterwards that balance is needed somewhere. Okay, now we can be playful. And what I'm going to do, not with a paintbrush but with a palette knife, I am going to allow for your black just to dry first, because you don't actually want to smudge it with color. I'm just going to add, with a palette knife, some white into my petals. And if you want to thin the lines, you can actually touch once the black is dry. Just touch with your light there so that it's thinner lines. And if you want to hide anything, you also use your paint and just dab over it like that. Now, once again, color is a personal thing. I just want to lighten there. And absolutely, color can be added. I'm going to start. And this is also something that you can, once dry, step back, look at it, apply another coat. You can also apply some of the paste that we've mixed earlier to use with a brayer. So even this can be used here and there to create some texture and fill in the petals. And you just have fun. So here's something needed to hide that, I think. And we'll add more white there. Kyk, Kylie, jy is nou my oor daar deur die kamera skerm. Lyk dit al na iets. Okay, then I'm going to, just for color, and you don't need to, I'm just going to add some splotches of Holiday's Coral. And then for the leaves, let's use Creative Crystal. And we just do this. I'm going to do here, Kylie. So there's a leaf. Here is a, oh my goodness, let's use goodness over there just for some light, and over here just for some light. And then if I need to fix something, I can take my black again. I just want to bring to the front this line here. And then Maestro will be the color that I use over here. And it's not perfect because it's my creation. And you can draw and create whatever makes you happy. Even if you just do the spreading of paint with stencil of Paris here and there, and you don't want to create any specific art on top, it's completely up to you. I'm just going to make sure that this is okay. That is more or less how to do it. If you want to add some yellow, you can. And then over here is one that was done between last night and early this morning. And this is my very simple art lesson so that everyone can be equipped with the tools to be creative. Nothing is complicated. If you don't have a brayer, please don't go and buy one. Use your empty wine bottle or use your empty glass. It works just as well. Just the fact that it's hard and you can roll it. So nothing needs to be a bank breaker. It can be easy and anyone should do it. So my message for the day is, just one step back before I get to the message. Nothing needs to be applied. You don't need to seal it. Tjhoko has a built-in sealer. This is creativity. You can hang it on your wall. You can do it on a wall. You can do it on a furniture piece. Just have fun. And I think so many times we are so bombarded with rules and emails that we need to create those opportunities to have fun. So my message for this week is kindness, spread kindness, smile more, and enjoy life. Till next time, bye-bye.